Hi everyone, Gleb's here. My name is Gleb and I'm glad to meet you. I'm very glad to meet you. Glad to meet you so much. How far can I go with this joke, you know? Very far, I can tell you. Okay, let's begin. Today is the new start. This is the first episode of Gleb Builds show. The new name is Gleb Builds. Yaroslav, hello GPT dudes. Yes, hello Yaroslav, absolutely. GPT is essential part of me today, yes, of my skills, yes. And I'm so lazy that I don't want to do anything without ChatGPT. Actually, I think that if ChatGPT has not come out, I would not do this stream today because I'm very lazy and I don't like to do a lot of work by myself these days. Yes, I like to talk, I like to teach, but I don't really enjoy building. Yes, I like to explain. Yes, that's my my work now. But with ChatGPT, I'm ready to try, and I'm ready to come back with some engineering streams. So yes, today I'm going to build something real, and that's kinda a pet project. Let me explain you what I want to build here. So the idea came to me when I learned about this thing about PyScript. So one of my friends sent me this library and said, "Look, Gleb, that may interest you," and it did. You see. So this PyScript, with PyScript, you can use Python instead of JavaScript in HTML page. You are true influencer, and true influencers don't work, they only influence. Yeah, thank you, yes. Good definition, yes. So, PyScript can replace JavaScript in web stack. And immediately an idea about statistical calculator came to me. Because when you changed my life, thank you, Boogeyman. Because if you want to build a good statistical calculator, you have to use some scientific library like stats in Python. You have to use some computational language, or you have to write all these statistical programs from scratch in JavaScript. And for example, if we look at the most famous statistical calculator, Evan Miller calculator, if you look under the hood, you will see that it is written in JavaScript, and all these calculations, when you like changing, for example, statistical power, they are all performed on the user side. So when I drag this thing, recalculation performed on my machine. This website does not have backend. You see? And so, but if I want to build something like that using Python, I have to use backend because I have no means to perform calculation on user side except JavaScript. You see? And I not very good at JavaScript. I have some experience, yes, but I'm not really good at it, and I don't want to write statistical procedures from scratch. And when I when I saw this library, I understood that I can build statistical calculator without backend. I can incorporate all logic into web page, into one web page. That's it. So that's basically the idea of my pet project. Try to build this simple statistical calculator, and I will focus on building this part of Evan Miller calculator, and then of course my version of this statistical calculator will absolutely destroy Evan Miller's calculator, because my calculator will be superior. So what's main flaws of this calculator in my opinion? The main flaw is that it you cannot change the proportion between test control and test groups. So it calculates sample size for equal groups. So see here, sample size 1030 per variation means if you want to perform an A/B test with such properties, you should have two groups of equal size and the of size 1030. But what if I want to have different to have groups of different size? For example, I want to have one group of 1000 and one group of 300, for example, because in many situations you don't want to make your groups equal. You want to, for example, have a big control group and small test group, or vice versa. It depends on your idea, on your hypothesis, on your risks, on a lot of factors. So it would be convenient to have this option to change the relative size of control and test groups. And in Python, in built-in function which I'm going to use, you have this option. You have this, it's called something like ratio between test and control group. So I'm going to introduce this functionality here. But yes, that's the goal. But first I want to build like MVP, minimal viable product, like something working. And today I'm going to start with just testing this library. And I also want to deploy it right away. I don't want to build it locally on my machine and then deploy it to, for example, GitHub pages. And I'm going to use GitHub pages in this project. I want to build it cloud only. Many organizations today have the policy of remote first. So they are aimed to remote type of job. Yes. And in this project, I'm aiming to cloud first. So I will do everything in cloud. I do not want to use any local programs, IDEs, libraries, distributions, etc. Everything will be in the cloud. So I don't like to use my computer. I use my computer only as a monitor to cloud services and as a machine to stream what I'm doing. You see, for example, in my teaching, I use Google Colab. That's it. I also use Deep Note for like collaborative coding. Yes, for live coding with students. But that's it. I use only cloud services. I don't have Anaconda on my machine or anything like that. So here I also want to do it in the cloud. Hi Gleb, real man to start A/B tests. Oh yeah. We are glad, of course. Yeah, thanks. And as I said, I'm going to use GitHub pages to deploy this project, and I will start building it on GitHub. Yesterday I visited GitHub and I see these ads here. Start coding instantly with GitHub code spaces. That's exactly what I need, you see. Spin up fully configured dev environments on powerful VMs, virtual machines, that start in seconds. That's exactly what I need. It's like Google Colab, but the environment for the development. Get up to 60 hours or a month of free time. I think that's enough for me. And here, or maybe if it's not enough, I'm really glad to pay here. You see, here I see the icon of Weescort. So I think that I will have Weescort as my IDE. You see, and I am familiar with IDE, and I love this. Program. After drinking grape day, we start coding. Yes, as usual. And yes, it's a peak of Balmer Peak, you see. Have you heard of Balmer Peak? Okay, so I start here. I start here from pressing getting started. I'm logged in my account here, and let's go. Okay. Your instant dev environment. Go from code to commit faster on any project. Okay. Blank. Start with a blank canvas or input any packages you need. React. I'm not going to use React in this project. Python Notebook by GitHub. Jupyter Lab is the latest web-based interactive development environment for notebooks, code, and data. No, is it a peak? No, is it a peak of productivity? It's kind of a joke in the programming world. Let me show you. Peak of Balmer. Balmer. I don't know. Yes, the Balmer Peak. Urban Dictionary defines the Balmer Peak as the salary that computer programmers obtain quasi-magical, superhuman coding ability when they have a blood alcohol concentration percentage between 0.129% and 0.38%. So that's a joke, yes? When you start to drink, you have like a very short period of time when your productivity went really up. Let me show you the graph. Yeah, here is the famous graph. That's the meme. That's the meme. Yes. So programming skills, blood alcohol concentration. So when you start drinking, programming skills at first they're going down. Then you have this magical peak when you are superhuman, super programmer, and then of course you are going very, very low. But I think that this stuff is just a joke, yes, because there is no such stuff as Balmer Peak, and even if it exists, it's very short, and you. I don't see how you can use it in your practice yet. But now you know this joke. Okay. So let's return to code spaces. Getting started with GitHub code spaces. Learn. I don't know if I want if this thing create a repository for me, or I have to do it manually. And I think that I will use just blank, because my project is just a web page. Actually, it's just HTML code. That's it. And it will have the Py script elements in it. That's it. So use this template. Let's try. maybe it will offer me to create Gleb Mikha Humble Space Enigma GitHub Dev. So here we have a VS Code and also a terminal right away. I love it. So let's create get started with VS Code in the web. Wow. Discover the best customization to make VS Code in the web yours. Oh, here is the terminal. Cool. So the only disadvantage of not drinking has been finally discovered. Yeah, I think so. A nice joke. Here is choose the look you want. I like the current one. VS Code in browser, nice. Yeah, I love it. But basically, VS Code is a web application first. It is written in React, I believe. Let's check it out. What VS Code is written in? Visual Studio Code programming languages. VS Code. What is VS Code coded in? Is cross-platform code editor written in TypeScript? That's JavaScript, yes. Based on Code OSS with support for extensions and a wide range of programming languages. So I don't really sure, but I remember from the past that VS Code actually web application which turned like desktop, and in modern software engineers usually do it like this. Yes, they are create a web application and then turning it in a desktop application. So that's not very hard as I understand it. So okay. So what if I turn off this dark reader here? It has nice dark theme here. But okay, let's turn it off. Just right amount of UI, sync to and from other devices. One shortcut to access everything. Choose the look you want. What if I want to just dismiss it? I like it. Yes, that's it. Leave me alone. Let's get started. Yes, cool. So now let's create a web page. Plus and index HTML. So here is the HTML page, and I will ask ChatGPT to generate something for me, and let's ask it to generate some kind of interface for a statistical calculator like this, and see if it understands me right away. Chat OpenAI, and I hope that it is not at maximum capacity here, and that so you see, this now GPT is at everyone talks about GPT, so ChatGPT has a really high demand now, and sometimes when you try to open it, it says that I can't let you in because a lot of people are using it right now. Yeah, but if you try to log out and log in, you will get the access to ChatGPT. Okay, please generate HTML code for a simple statistical for a simple A/B test. For a simple A/B test calculator. Let's see if it understands me. Here is for a simple A/B test calculator. Okay, cool. Function. Oh, I don't need JavaScript. I only need an instrument. I only need an interface. That's it. Conversion rate control, conversion rate variations, enter the number of conversions for the control group and the variation group. Yeah, so I'm going to use only the interface for this calculator and ignore this JavaScript portion. Okay, let's see. Where is my and what if I want to render this page? So in Weescort, in desktop Weescort, you have kinda local web server where you can access your web pages. Can I install this extension here? I wonder. Can I use this virtual machine as a web server, as my development as my development server to just see what I'm having here, because there is no preview. What do I have? Search, source control, run and debug, extensions. Let's see. Let's see popular. It's loading. Python, Jupyter, Pylon, C++. Live server, yes. This is it. Launch a development local server with live reload feature for static and dynamic pages. That's what I need. Installing. Okay. Cool. So it's been installed. So new live server activation, load time improved. Cool. Happy. And how can I use it? Extensions, live server, disable. How to use it? Launch a local development server. In case you don't have any HTML, go live. Is it really full Weescort? I hope so. But I don't see this go live button. So maybe it's not that full, you see. Okay. Maybe I should refresh it. No ports forwarded. Go live. Oh yeah. It's connecting to the forwarded port. I have very big problem with articles. What articles? You mean with English articles like A and D? Yes, me too. So you see, I have this live server here, and here is the statistical calculator here. Control group, let's see. Design is not very good now, and I will ask ChatGPT to write some CSS for me. Control group, let's see, 100, variation group 100, number of visitors, but that's some stupid, I think, a very stupid calculator. Number of visitors 10, calculate lift. What does it mean? 0. Okay. What if I put, I don't know, 90 here? Minus 0.1. So I don't understand the logic, but I just wanted to have this online. Your application running on port 5500 is available. Yes, cool. Started at port. Yes, don't show this again. Okay. Let's ask to make it a bit beautiful. Could you please style it a little bit? Create a CSS create a CSS, please. Style a little bit with CSS like this. Let's see if it understands me. And I'm going to turn the dark reader on. But if I'm going to work with design, with CSS and styles, I have to turn it off. Here is an example of how you can style the A/B test calculator using CSS. Title. You see, it generates it very slow for some reason. Okay, while it generates this stylish A/B test calculator, I will try to use Python. Here, examples. Click here for example projects. Hello world, a static demo of the Py script. Downloading Py or died. This is current date and time as computed by Python. But how can I look at a source code? I need a source. I have to look at myself. View code here. Py script. From datetime, import datetime. Now equals datetime.now. Display now strf time. Okay. But that's not what I really need here. I need some kind of tutorial. Click here for instruction. Yeah. So that's just kidding. You don't need to install anything. Yes, of course, because I'm going to use it at a web page. To use PyScript, you can either download it and follow the instructions or add the following line to your page. That's what I'm going to do. And how can I have to copy it myself? I'm so lazy. I'm even after the copy and paste. So I don't really remember script. Here is the script head, and let's put it here. Link. Okay. Let's save it, and this should refresh. No, by the way, let's. I will use the new code for it. So let's see. Where is my new stylish calculator? Copy code. index. Let's paste it here. Save. How and I don't really understand if I saved it or not. Code space is blank. How can I save it? Okay, let's refresh and see. It should have some style now. And let's turn this dark reader off. Yeah, really, it has some style. But I want a dark. I want it to be dark. Can you make it in dark theme? Because I don't like light themes. Sure, here's an example. I like ChatGPT, you see, and I don't have to write this HTML or CSS code, and I don't really like it, so I can use this this wonderful program to help me doing this trivial stuff. And I will do only interesting stuff with PyScript. Only fun stuff for Gleb. Again, let's copy it. Oops. Here, and actually let's see where should I insert this. Is there some kind of tutorial? I don't know. Tutorials. Check out our getting started guide. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so here you have to insert it into the head part. And let's create another page for testing this. I'm doing it in parallel actually. Python.html. Here we have it. Save, and if I change it here, yes, Python.html. Downloading, yes. So it starts from downloading this script for executing Python. Let's try something more serious. Here is body, print hello world. Let's try, I don't know, some pandas. Import pandas spd and df равно pd data. And let's make it bigger a little bit. Data frame pol1 and 1 to 3, of course. And here is print df. Let's start from it. Bam. And here is not model found pandas. Okay, let's see how to include packages. How to include packages. A link, PyScript, packages. Oh yeah, config, matplotlib, of course. Of course I need it. So let's see again. Body. I have to include it in before. Yes, of course, before the code. Okay. Python. Here's like this. Save. Let's see. Downloading PyODI, Python startup, Python ready. So setting up virtual environment. Cool. So now I think it is downloading pandas, and here we go. Data frame inside a web page. How cool is that? I'm going to have a really cool statistical calculator. We need a violent plot, Gleb. We need, yeah, of course, yes. The second test will be: can we display? Can we render a violent plot here using PyScript? Cool, yeah. And that's my favorite plot, you know. Sure, here's an example of how you can make the A/B test calculator in dark theme using CSS. So please. Here is my calculator. Let's see. And I want to have it here, the index. Wow. That's actually a final product. It looks really cool. A/B test calculator, enter the number of conversions for the control group and the variation group and the number of visitors for both groups. So now what I'm going to do next, I want to create an MVP today, a minimal viable product. And what do I need? I need something like this. So I need baseline conversion rate, a minimum detectable effect. I need statistical power. I need significance level. So I need. I start with building exactly this calculator without ratio feature. I will add this feature later. I will start just by copying this calculator, and maybe I can ask the ChatGPT to clone this Evan Miller calculator. Let's ask. Let's try it, because it has everything what I need, and I will restyle it a little bit, and that's it. New chat. Can you generate an HTML code for Evan Miller? Can I ask it like this? Like this. Can you generate a code for? Let's see. I'm so lazy. I just ask ChatGPT, please. You see, we have this website. Please clone it. And I start from this point. Okay, meanwhile it is thinking. I will try more stuff with PyScript, and I want to see how to get information from forms. PyScript import pandas. So here is the Python code. Here is input. Yeah, see. OpenAI servers are burning now. Absolutely. So here is. By the way, let's try to just copy this page and render it and see how it works. by script example dot html, like this. Save, and I will open it here. Index by script example.html. Oops. Downloading py or died. Ice data. Chocolate. Cherries. Wow. So it's kinda dashboard. Direct usage of document is deprecated. Please use js.document instead. So something is off here. I need to fix it. And my eyes. But I have no idea what this is about. What is this document? And why is it not working? Okay, that's a bit complicated example. I'm sorry I'm not able to generate HTML code for a specific website. However, I can give you some general information about A/B testing. I don't need it. I just want to clone this. Or, okay. Let's just do it manually. Yes. Let's do it like this. How can I open this dev panel? It's like something like F12. Yes. Here is the HTML code, and I can copy it like this. How can I copy it? Actually, maybe I can just directly download it. Where is my? Yes, here, and ls. Yes, here, and I say curl. Some key binding don't go to the terminal by default and are handled by Visual Studio Code instead. Okay. Paste. Where is it? Select all, new terminal. Why can I just paste here? Share clipboard. Yes. Let's share clipboard. See text and images copied to clipboard. Allow. Yeah. Bam. Yes, here I download all this code, and then I just have to save it to Evan Miller. evanmiller.html. Curl could not resolve host. How to save it to a file? Curl, or let's just copy it from here. Yes, it's not really long, like this. Evan.html And let's see. Yes, here it is. And now I will fix it a little bit. So I don't know, maybe I should create it from scratch, just to, I don't know, just to not depend on this calculator, because you see now if I'm starting like this, I am a bit, you know, it's kind of boring. But from the other side, and I don't see these sliders here for some reason. No, I think that it would be better to just generate it step by step using ChatGPT and create original design, not starting from this, because it just from the first glance it seems easier to just copy existing page and then change it a little bit. But when you start to work with it, it becomes harder, because you need to read this code from some other developer. Yes, and it's extremely difficult. It's much easier to start from scratch and do it yourself or using ChatGPT. So I will get rid of this Evan's calculator. Bye Evan, error. Yes, I like this design, and maybe I will ask ChatGPT to change it a little bit. Let's see. So let's go here. I also don't need this because it doesn't work. Delete permanently. Delete index. Okay, and Python HTML. Yes, cool. What's next? Let's come back to ChatGPT. Simple A/B test calculator. Could you change this layout? I want to have the following fields. First, let's see. Baseline conversion rate, yes. Baseline conversion rate. Not conversation. Conversion rate. Second, minimum, and let's copy. It will be faster. Minimum detectable effect. Baseline, yes. 3. I need statistical power, significance level. That's it. Statistical power for significance level. Could you change this layout? I want to have the following fields. And I don't need any JavaScript, only HTML and CSS. And meanwhile, I will clean it a little bit. The Balmer Peak, we already learned about it. This is test of PyScript working perfectly. Sure, here is an example of how you can change the layout of the A/B test calculator to include the fields you specified and removing JavaScript. Yeah, thanks. Getting started, PyScript. Okay. Yeah, but it's really slow. Let's find an example of PyScript where we use some forms on the page using the fetch from pyconfig, setting a pyodide runtime, how to write content to the page. Select specific flavors, tutorials, setting, importing the data, copyright. By the way, this PyScript is made by Anaconda, so that's like very respectable library actually. And let's see the GitHub examples. Assets, hand track, Toga, anti-gravity, Altair, D3, favicon. I need something really simple, Markdown, matplotlib, message passing, micrograd, pandas. Let's look the pandas example. Oops, like really. Plugins, PyTutor, import, HTTP import open URL. Depending on the type of DOM element, there are several alternative methods to write it. Yeah, it looks. So here is input, text, PyInput. You see, button type submit, ID button load, class PyButton. So here we have the controls. That's how you control data source, data pandas source, and how it reads the data. Title pandas, URL element, title element, text URL equals URL. Don't really understand this code for now. Global DF, oh my gosh. DF PD data frame, yes. Element pandas out, so URL. Yeah, that's how you get the that's how you read the data from the page. So you use element text URL by ID, and that's it. Okay, I will use it. Let's copy the code from chatGPT. Here is the index. Save. Body. And oh, it stopped for some reason. Yes. Continue. It's not really convenient. You can use this. Okay. So that's the end of the code. Oops. Sometimes yep. A label. I should close the tag here. Yes, that's it. Yes, save. And let's see. Refresh. Baseline conversion rate, minimum detectable effect, statistical power, statistical power, significance level. Yes. Calculate sample size. Yes, absolutely. By the way, I didn't ask for this button. It understands it by itself. Cool. But where is CSS? ChatGPT? Why I ask you to have the CSS, to save the CSS? Please, please make it in dark theme. Stupid ChatGPT. Sure, but I have to wait it one more time. Let's compare it now with calculator. With I don't understand what with what calculator. So that's original design actually. And it's only a design. It doesn't have any logic behind it. I will write the logic myself using Python and this PyScript. So the next step, I'm going to add this PyScript functionality into this template. This is just, it's just an HTML without any logic and without JavaScript, without Python. Just an interface, Oh, one more time. Continue. Why are you doing this to me? And you can see that I don't see. I don't want to. Yeah. Nice. Okay. A/B test calculator, and I will change it to sample size calculator. Oh, okay. Let it. And let's also brand it right now. A/B test calculator by Gleb Mikhail, because that's the most important part. Yes. Refresh. Oops. Title and title, and I will change it also here. Yes. A/B test calculator by Gleb Mikhailov. Cool. Now, I need to read this information in. I need to save it to Python variables somehow. And for it, I'm going to add some tags. So let's find this txt URL. 50% of work done. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Where is it? Input. Yes, here it is. ID class. That's it. Type ID and class. PyInput. Yes, I will use it like that. Where is my page? And here is the for baseline conversion rate. Input text ID baseline. Oh, I will name baseline. Okay. And I will only add this class here. That's it. Class PyInput. PyInput name and oops. 1 2 3 and 4 inputs. Okay. Next I need to read them into Python. So let's go here. PyTutor. What is PyTutor? PyTutor is some additional script, I believe. Yes. PyTutor. Yeah, PyTutor section class PyScript. It's so I need just PyScript. That's it. Yes. Let's copy this. Section class PyScript. Or maybe I can make it simple. Yes, Python, and here I will have PyScript. And let's start from having matplotlib and pandas. And I have to include it in body. Okay, body. I will have it here, just after all my layout, like this. PyConfig, PyScript, and I will. By the way, what if I run this code now? What is going to happen? Sample size, and for some reason it printed it here. Packages matplotlib. Why I'm yeah, it. Maybe I should. Okay. PyTutor. Body config. What is PyTutor? It's too complicated example. I think I should use something more simple. Examples. Hand track, await assets, simple clock. Nodes, no. Readme, PyList, panel stream, to do HTML. Does it section class PyScript, PyConfig. Oh, you can include Python scripts like this. You can have it separately from your web page. Yes, that makes sense. So what if I body and I don't understand actually. Again, PyTutor. It's some kind of a plugin. PyScript to do. I don't need any additional Python right now. I just... Okay, what if I do it like this? What if I insert it here? Yeah, now something... Oh, it's here, packages. Okay. By the way, what if I ask ChatGPT to add PyScript here? Can you add PyScript here? Sure. An example how you can use Python to calculate the sample size required for A/B test. But I'm going to need this code. Yes, so that's actually the logic what I want to incorporate into my calculator. You can replace values with the values entered entered by the user in the form. Please note that this is just an example. You may need to consult with a statistician. Yes, I'm a statistician here, to properly design your A/B test and determine the appropriate sample size. Also, you need to import stat models library in order to use the above script. Yes, I agree. But np sale. Oh, it imported np just to perform a sale operation. Okay. So I think that I have to do it myself. To PyScript hello world. Okay, what if I add just this part to my page? Title, head, and body. Save, and let's see. Print hello world. For some reason, it doesn't work. But here works. Oh, that's because I forgot to add this to import PyScript. Yeah, stupid me. I have to do it in head. And I do it after this style, like this. Let's check it now. Yes, here we go. It works. Hello world. Cool. So let's go, and I will have it. I want to have it after, actually. Yes, I want to have it after this form. I want to have it here in the end of my body. Let's refresh. Here we have it, hello world, cool. And now I need to read these variables in somehow. Yes, so I have this py input class and IDs for each of them. And I need to return to this first example, pandas. Yeah, pandas, and here's the code. txt URL, and let me see what ID. That's ID. Okay, so let's go here. URL equal, and I will use this baseline element value, and I will print it out. But I need I need to do it after click on the button somehow. And where is my button? Submit. That's text ID, level name, level, input type, submit, value, calculate, sample size, and this is type class by button, I believe. But okay, let's start from this. S, command S. Here is no sample size. What if I enter the 1, 2, 3? Nothing. But oh yes, this is submit button. That's a submit button, and that's why it refresh the page. But actually, I don't need this. I want to turn it into a regular button, not submit. I need to turn it into regular button. Type submit, click load from URL, load CSV button by click. So they are using submit also. By the way, let's run it and see what what does it do. Okay, I understand. I understand the logic here. I need to change this ID class by button, by click, load from URL. Like this. Submit value. Yes. And like this, yeah. Let's see. Downloading Python startup, Python ready, setting up virtual environment, executing PyScript types, and initializing web components. What's going on? What's going on here? For some reason, I don't understand actually what's going on. Okay, let's try to remove this. Class. Just a typo. Or is it? Okay. Let's save it again. Now everything's fine. And I want just to change the class. Class by button. Type submit ID button load. Let's do it like this. And class by button. Let's start from this. Works. And now after I press this button, something's happened. Okay. Something is happening. Load form. By click. And where is the load form function? Load form. Yes. Def. Yeah, let's have this function, like some function, like this. Def get data. Get data and here I have this. Yes, and the next I need to add pyclick equals this function, and that's it. That should be it. And here is the get data. Save. Look nice. Let's do you see, yes, but why it reloads the page? It works, you can see here, yes, 1 to 3, but then it reloads the page because it's submit. How can I fix it? I just don't need to submit. Let's see how to change it. HTML button without submit. Button, HTML button to not submit form. Type button, yeah, just button. Okay. Type value class by button, but style the submit button. Input type submit. Let's ask ChatGPT. Can you change submit button to a regular button? Sure. I like it. By default, a button type submit, type button. Form on submit. Another option that worked for me was to add on submit return false to the form tag. Maybe I can do it like this, and it will not submit. Bam. Let's check. Yeah, now it. Yeah, here we go. I can read the data. I can read the data from web page to Python. How cool is that? Get data baseline, and I need to actually now read everything else. Baseline. Baseline, I will use MDE, yes, MDE, power, and level. Okay, let's leave it like that. Level. Print baseline, MDE, power, and level. Save. Syntax error was never closed. Okay, why do you need get data function for it? It's just how this all web stuff works. So if you want to perform some action when you press the button, you have to wrap it into function. You have to create a function, yes, because button implies some action. And in a programming language, action is function. Yes, so function perform some action. So here I tied this get data function to this button. So when I press this button, we execute this function. So that's just technical necessity here. You can do it without this function. And here 1, 2, 3. Yes, here we go. I can now work with this data. So what next? I need to calculate a sample size, and I will add this functionality from ChatGPT because we already have it. And yes, like this. Index, and I will I need to include this, yes, Python pyconfig here before PyScript, and I don't need pandas actually. I only need 2 libraries. I need a NumPy and stat models. And let's check if it works, and then change the variables like this. Yes, let's PyScript return compile invalid syntax. Something is wrong here. Oh, another one PyScript. I don't need it here. Let's see. Sample size, yes. The logic works, so we can use stat models. That's cool. And next, I need just change the values to my values. Actually, that's it. Baseline element and let's see. And I need to convert it to float right away. Float, because from it is a text field, and data come in string format, float, and I will convert it. And so I will call it alpha here to not change it here. Ratio 1, that will be the next feature to change the ratio between 2 groups. So let's check it. A/B test. Yes, downloading. Baseline conversion rate. And let's actually enter the default numbers from Evan Miller. 25, 85. 0.2, 0.0.05, 0.8, and 0.5. Sample size 252. That's not correct. And why is it not correct? Baseline 0 power. Statistical power, significance level, minimum detectable effect, or absolute, yes. So we have to debug. Where does it download Python and libraries? To browser cache? Yes, yes. So all calculations are performed on user side. That's the idea. Yes, that's why you don't have the backend. So see here. Let me show you. Yes, these two lines download everything needed to execute Python in the browser, in the user's browser. Also, we can configure it. So here is the config. So I think that when I refresh the page, first it downloads these two files, and then it downloads packages, and then you can execute Python. How cool is that? Yes. So, and actually it works really really smooth, really fine. In an hour and a half I created like MVP, but it's not let's debug it. Yes. So what's wrong here? Print baseline. What Python version is used? I don't know. We should check it. Baseline MDE power alpha. Okay, again 0. I should use default values actually. Minimal detectable effect, statistical power like this, significance level like this. So everything is correct here. I don't know what's wrong. Why 252 normal int power. But in effect size, maybe this code is wrong. This code is wrong, I believe. We should check it. But okay, I think for today it's enough, and I created the like working prototype. Some kind, it works somehow. So my main goal was to check how hard it is to use Python on a web page. Yes. So here is my calculator, and next time I will tidy it up. I will fix all errors. I will maybe make some changes in design. Also, I will deploy it to GitHub, or maybe it will be the third stream deployment. But now I have to save it, because I don't know what will happen when I close this page. I don't know. How can I find it again? So let's delete this, because I don't need it. Delete permanently. Here is my code. And let's see. What if I refresh here? Yeah, here is my space. So if I close it now, bam, yes. If I want to reopen it, owned by Gleb Mikha, active, delete, rename, publish to, yeah, I can publish it. Yeah, I will do it right now. Setting up your code space again. Just checking it. Index HTML. Yes. Everything is here. And server is not live. Let's check. Yes, server is off now. I have to restart it. Okay. By the way, very convenient stuff. Very convenient stuff. You don't have to install your Weescort or something. You just use it on a GitHub site. That's my dream, actually. Yeah, really cool. So let's again. Where is? Okay. GitHub. Getting started again. Here is my space. Code space. Let's close it. I want to rename it. Rename, and I'll rename it to A/B test calculator by Gleb Mikhailov, of course. A/B test calculator by Gleb Mikhailov. Okay. And I want to save it to a new repository. Publish to a new repository. Public, yes, I want to make it public. Yes, name, perfect name for it. A/B test calculator by Gleb Mikhailov. Yes, everything's fine. Create repository. And I like this integration between GitHub. You see, it's very convenient. But it's not very fast for some reason. So today, yes, I used like a bunch of new convenient technologies. Cloud development environment, ChatGPT, and PyScript. So that's like future, you see? A future is here. Okay, but this is not working. Publish to a new repository. Let's check, maybe it is here. GitHub repositories. Yes, it is here. A/B test calculator. TechnoGleb, yes, that's me. Quick setup. If your code, if you've done this kind of thing before. Oh, repository is here, but it is empty. TechnoGleb here, yes. Publish to a new repository. Creating repository. We really need only internet and browser now. Absolutely, absolutely. So your computer is basically a display for computers in the internet, for the computing power in the internet. Yeah, C repository. Yes, help people interested in this repository understand your project by adding a README. Okay, let's add README because I like the repositories with README. And let's finish with setting up GitHub pages to make sure that I can deploy this project to GitHub pages, because in the end I want it to be a website which you can access from anywhere. Settings. It should be easy actually. Pull requests, archives, danger zone, discussion, project issues, social preview, repository name, environments, pages. Yes, GitHub pages is designed to host your personal organization or project pages from a GitHub repository. Build and deployment. Source. Deploy from a branch. Yes. Branch. Code space. Oh, GitHub pages is currently disabled. Select a source below to enable GitHub pages for this repository. GitHub Enterprise, I don't need it. Code space, Gleb Mika Humble space Enigma. But why? Ah, that's the name of the branch. Okay, okay. Root save, yes. And custom domain, I don't need this custom domain right now. But DNS record, enforce HTTPS, yes. Where is master branch? I don't know, I think it's is not here. This repository does not have this master branch, I believe, for somehow, I don't know. Your GitHub pages are currently being built from the... Yes, okay. And how can I access it? Custom domains allow you to serve your site from a domain other than Gleb Mika github.io. Where is the link? Let's see, code spaces. And by the pages. Yeah, here is it. Your site is live at. Here is we downloading downloading everything. Setting up virtual environment. I don't know, it seems like something... Oh, no, it's okay. So let's try 0.8, 0.5, statistical power 0.8, and significance level 0.5. Enter. Yeah. What? Oh, that's conversion rate, yes. Can I access now? Yes, yes. It's live. I can. I will send you a link, and if YouTube will not block it, you can just visit this website and use my calculator. So it's live now, but it's like it has wrong logic. It's not working now. Yes, it's like returning some nonsense. that's not correct. We have to debug it next time. But I've tested the deployment. But actually, one other thing I want to test is the workflow. So when I develop this website, when I'm working in these GitHub code spaces in this cloud, is it free hosting? Yes. GitHub Pages is free, but you can use, of course, only you can't use back end. So here you can host only front end, like a web page. That's it. But you can host here React application, Vue.js application, and you see this application which is made with a PyScript. By the way, many developers and data scientists or data analysts use GitHub is a hosting for their portfolio site. Yes, you can create your web page here, and you can also add a custom domain here. You can buy some beautiful, interesting domain with your name and link it to these GitHub pages and have your personal website with your, I don't know, contact information, your career experience, etc. So GitHub is really cool. But today controversy. GitHub is very controversial today because a lot of developers like angry at GitHub because GitHub uses all this open source code to train their Copilot. So some developers are not happy with that because GitHub kind of using their code to train their bot to write code, and that's kind of not really cool. Yes, so you are trusting GitHub with your code, and GitHub uses it for building commercial tools. So here is the conflict. Yes, and also GitHub is owned by Microsoft now. Yes, so that's another problem. So there is a suspicion that in the future it can turn paid or something like that. So I've heard about kind of movement that true developers should leave GitHub for some more free projects. You see, because GitHub is owned by one of the largest tech corporation, so it's like not really cool for some developers. But for me, it's perfectly okay. I love GitHub. I love all idea. I love this like cat. Gleb, salam from Indonesia. Cool, yeah. Hi. I love GitHub. I love this modern functionality which we have used today. So I'm going to stay on GitHub. Yes, and I also want to try Copilot. I think that's really cool. And by the way, a Copilot should be integrated in this cloud Weescort. My next stream, I will turn it on. And but I don't know if Copilot is paid or not. So let's figure out this next time. Okay, all right. It was really fun stream today, and that's much more interesting. That was much more interesting for me than solving Strata Scratch tasks or these hacker game tasks. It's something real. Yes, that's the pet project, and I think maybe in three streams we will finish this project. While I was watching stream, I saw news that there are 10 million active users. Wow. of GitHub. Yes, I think. Or of ChatGPT. Of ChatGPT, yes, it's also a lot of active users now. Okay. So, thank you guys for being with me. See you next week. We will continue to build this wonderful. That's the killer of Evan Miller calculator. We will code with ChatGPT next time. I used ChatGPT today. By the way, ChatGPT generated this design. This page is generated by ChatGPT. I haven't done it myself. So I asked ChatGPT to do it, and also and only added some minor changes and this Python logic. Okay, guys. See you next week. Bye bye. That was really fun.